We have CVS in the.
No, guys. Ugh. Hi, Griffin. Can't wait for that point counterpoint.
Freshman representative is the name of the office position.
Should it be?
Do you want me to capitalize it?
Well, it's after the. It's. I figured it wasn't because it's before the name, but not capitalized. So I didn't think it was an official title. People will like jokingly call me boss and such. I don't love that, because at the end of the day, I'm the same age as you. We're just in college. It's just there has to be a hierarchy, I guess, because to get things down the line. So trying to work with being like friends and being concerned about people and also wanting to do the best work possible has been learning to balance that was a bit of a struggle at first.
Oh, because it's on Safari.
And the opinion.
Make the O look closer.
I want to do stuff around, so long as you can remember. I guess I could do clickers if I wanted.
And not the four-leaf ones.
How about
Just the normal ones.
Just the normal ones, because those are the actual symbols for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was 7 right off the bat.
Should oak trees be capitalized?
No.
Okay.
Can you just do that one?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Editor-in-chief, it's kind of all-encompassing. I manage the budget. I make sure that everyone's getting paid the way that they should be. I have to read and edit every story in every issue. I have to look at all the pictures. I have to look at all the social medias, the podcasts, the crosswords. So it can be a lot. And my schoolwork has definitely suffered a bit.
Well, you could draw something for your piece if you wanted. If you wanted to draw the harp or shamrocks, if you wanted, or whatever you want, really. Or if you want to draw about vegetarianism. That's really all I have left, honestly. Do you have a preference?
I can draw a front.
Roll the big
And draw
Brendan, what are you doing for visuals for the Oscars?
Well, I think that, especially when journalists are often portrayed in kind of popular culture as these like lone wolf detectives, maybe, and I'm not sure how true that is, but what I was not expecting to learn so much about that I have learned and end up being the most valuable thing is how to work as a member of a team, working with different personalities and making sure that everyone feels welcome and included while also doing what needs to be done to get the paper out. And that's been really illuminating just because I feel like all through school, except for the odd group project, you are really, doing your own work. You're doing your own worksheets. And I was not perfect at working with people and have really improved, and I really value that.
I'm just trying to. Am I being too mean to you today, Griff?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I feel like you're being a normal level of mean.
Well, that's really. Am I too mean to you normally? Like, is my normal level too high? Should I tone it down?
No. People have to be awfully mean to me before I start minding.
That's true.
Don't really care.
Big fish skin.
At the end of the day, journalism, at the Phoenix, we have certain values. We really value diversity and equality among students. We tend to, in our editorial sections, lean kind of left. But when you are writing a news story, you need to be as unbiased and objective as possible, right? Because you don't know who's going to be reading this, what they do or don't know, what they do or don't think. And at the end of the day, your goal is not to inform them how to think, but just to give them the information that they can then draw their own conclusions from. And a lot of times, I think students get readers, people who are the subjects of stories can be a little frustrated when, we have to give the other side of an issue like on transgender rights or abortion or race. And at the end of the day, it is not, we need to make sure that everyone who is a stakeholder has their voice heard, and that we're not shutting anyone out. And I think sometimes that can be a little hard to understand from an outside perspective, and that everyone has a chance to comment in the Phoenix, and no one is surprised by what's in the newspaper.
So Carol opened the doc, saw she had edits from Kate, closed the doc, did not do those edits.
Awesome. You could write something about how woke was the only thing keeping Clinton in, and now it's over.
To be fair, my flight to Chicago from
In terms of creativity, that is one thing that I always stress as the editor-in-chief. My favorite line is that there's no such thing as a bad idea, just one that we'll say no to. Something I've really tried to encourage, and our faculty advisor tries to encourage, is really pushing the bounds of what a newspaper can be. So we've incorporated satirical humor pieces this year and pushed sports beyond just covering the official Loyola athletics. And the important point is editorial independence. So although we are funded by the school, the admin has no say over what appears in the newspaper, and does not get, obviously we go through the journalistic practice, so they know what's coming because they've commented on it, but what it's printed itself is not, there's no oversight by them, so it is completely up to the students.
Working hard over here, serious work going on.
I can see you playing Block Blast from behind your screen.
Playing what?
Block Blast?
Block Blast. Do you know what that is? I don't know what he's talking about.
Brendan.
I think that our continued success really does stem from the dedication of the students involved. I think that it is, for a lot of, it's an ask for a lot of people to do an extracurricular that when new writers come on board, we say, you can kind of think of it as another class. It should take 3 to 4 hours every week to contribute to the Phoenix. And it's, people have so much going on. They're working jobs outside of school, and school can get tough, especially this time of year, and, balancing being away from home. And week after week, month after month, they show up with ideas, and they show up excited to contribute. And, it really is that, excitement by the students who are involved and their dedication to it that has allowed us to grow in terms of recognition here in the city and nationally. I really just appreciate anyone that does read it, because people have so much reading for class, and there's so much news happening outside of Loyola all the time that I just, to take the time to read the Phoenix at all is really, really incredible to me. I hope that I am remembered as someone who was very compassionate as a leader and really pushed things forward and emphasized giving students more of a voice.